Tell the feeling like I'm trapped in my damn mind. Tell the feeling like I'm rapping a damn lie. Tell the feeling like my life is a damn game. Nigga really wanna die in the nighttime. Only time I feel pain when I'm feeling love. That's why I tell it on my face that I'm down numb. Only time you come my mind when I'm all alone. That's why I'm never really alone in the nighttime. Change hoes like clothes, I can get attached. Cause these hoes 5 starters like lit matches. I've been feeling really lost, looking all attachments. I don't really go outside cause I hate traffic. I don't wanna go outside, get caught in traffic.
You guys, was Gucci. It's your boy SJ K-Dot, the first Black Super Saiyan, here with a spoiler review of Spider-Man Far From Home. This is the spoiler review of Spider-Man Far From Home. Now we're going to get into this movie because we're going to start at the start of this movie. How this movie starts. In this movie, it started with an in memoriam moment, showing that Tony Stark died, Captain America died, Black Widow died. Yeah. In memoriam. In Homecoming, he was 15. Homecoming was 2 years before Infinity War. Infinity War, he was 17. He died when he was 17. Okay. Cool. How the movie starts off, the first thing is Iron Man is in... Spider-Man... I'm sorry. I meant to say Spider-Man. Spider-Man is in his Iron Man suit. Spider-Man is in his own movie, Spider-Man Far From Home, which is a Spider-Man movie, Iron Man movie. He's in this Spider-Man movie, right? His first suit that he's wearing is an Iron Spider suit from Infinity War that Tony Stark blessed him with. Iron Man, his daddy, his Batman. Peter Parker is Tony Stark. No, Peter Parker is Robin. Okay. So basically, he was wearing his Iron Spider suit. Now, Peter had a lot of doubts and stuff, and y'all remember from the trailer that moment when he was talking to everybody at the homeless shelter? He was like, "Hey, everybody, yay, I'm Spider-Man." And Aunt May
Thank you, Spider-Man.
was right next to him, and then she was just talking, and she was introducing Spider-Man like, "This is Spider-Man." And he came out, he was on the mic like, "Hey, everybody, it's Spider-Man." And then I saw this dude, Spider-Man in his suit, he gets confident. In this suit, he was so nervous talking to these people. I was like, what the hell is this? You went to go fight Thanos in space, bro. Be confident. You're confident in a suit. You're not when you're Spider-Man, your confidence goes up. When Spider-Man's in his suit, his confidence goes up. His confidence was low in this movie. Now, as I was watching this movie, the movie started to make less sense than what it was already trying to make. So Spider-Man is going on a trip to London. He's going on a trip to London, Paris. Well, not London. Yeah, Paris, Italy. First thing they go to is Paris, Italy. Then they go to 3 different places in this movie. They go to Paris, Italy, Prague in the Czech Republic, and then London. So they go to different places, right? The first place they're going to Paris, Italy. Now, Spider-Man, after, Spider-Man in this movie feels pressured. He's, for some reason, a Avenger. I don't know why he is in a Avenger. For fighting one villain, Vulture.
They work. I don't know. I can't afford that.
He only has one, well, now he has 2. But he's an Avenger? What? No little kid should be an Avenger. I'm just saying. So, Spider-Man has choices. At home, he has his Iron Spider suit, and he has his Stark suit. Spider-Man chooses to leave his suit at home. Why are you leaving your suit at home? You're Spider-Man. There's also danger in other places. But he's only doing this because he wants to keep away the fact that, he doesn't want to get his identity exposed, because his classmates are going to put 2 and 2 together and be like, at the Washington Monument, you left and Spider-Man showed up. So they're going to put 2 and 2 together. Okay, cool. I'll accept that. All right. So, Spider-Man. The fact that he even left the suit at home is dumb. You're Spider-Man. There are dangers everywhere. There's crime everywhere. You should have brought that suit with you just in case. And guess what? As soon as he got to Italy, guess what? A water creature attacked him. One of the elementals that Mysterio created.
Poopy head. When we spell it out, you're a poopy head.
He got attacked. Like I say, this is the dumbest Spider-Man ever seen. There's danger everywhere. It doesn't take a genius to realize there's going to be some danger that you're going to run into. You live in a world with a guy with a hammer, a magic hammer.
Our very strength.
Peter Parker. Get your suit and go be Spider-Man. But nah, he left the suit at home. But this is the kicker right here. This is the kicker. So he has his OP suit, an Iron Spider suit. And his Aunt May is trash in this movie. She's only a piece of ass. She's only a piece of ass. That's it. She's not wise. She doesn't give him any wisdom. She doesn't console him. She doesn't talk to him. He doesn't go to seek her for much wisdom in this movie. That's what Aunt May is there for. Uncle Ben is gone. He should be able to go to Aunt May and let Aunt May know what's wrong. The fact that Aunt May knows his identity is stupid. The fact that she openly knows his identity is dumb. That was already dumb in Homecoming. The fact that Ned, the way they found out his identity is stupid. This idiot doesn't close doors in this. I'll get to the Nick Fury part in a second, but we gotta stay early in the movie. So you're telling me his aunt gives him his Iron Spider suit is clearly better than that, and his aunt knows this. So she puts the weaker suit in his suitcase, but didn't put the Iron Spider suit in his suitcase. You put the weaker suit in his suitcase, but he has a suit that he was going head up with Thanos in.
What?
She knows this. She knows this stuff. She knows his identity. She knows Happy. She knows his secrets. Wow, Aunt May, you trying to get your nephew killed? You want your nephew's life to be harder? The fact that Spider-Man left his suit at home is dumb. Because it's inconsistent. He had Spider-Sense in Infinity War. Okay, follow me. He didn't have Spider-Sense at Homecoming. He had Spider-Sense in Civil War. That doesn't make any sense. So in this movie, he has Spider-Sense. Okay. No. His senses don't work. They're inconsistent. These senses are developing. When Spider-Man got his powers in the comics, he got all of his abilities at once. Alright, let's understand this. So in the MCU, his Spider-Sense develops. Okay, cool. Why is it still developing in Far From Home? When he was clearly working in Infinity War. Let's go back to Infinity War. What happened in Infinity War? Spider-Man warned Iron Man and Doctor Strange that somebody was coming into the ship.
One of you, I'm sorry.
I do not want another single pop culture reference out of you for the rest of the trip. You understand?
I'm trying to say that something is coming.
He didn't know that. His senses warned him that somebody is coming to attack us in the ship. Okay. Alright. Cool. This is also another proof that he has Spider-Sense in Infinity War. What the Russo brothers stated, Spider-Man, the reason Spider-Man's death took so long was because Spider-Man knew ahead of time that something was happening to his body. His senses alerted to him that something was happening to his body. So that's why his death seemed longer, because he wasn't in that moment dying yet. His senses alerted him, letting him know, oh my gosh, something's happening to our body. Something's happening to us. And his senses informed him and let him know. And then he died. That's why his death seemed a little bit longer. The Russo brothers stated that in Infinity War. So in this movie, and they even make a joke about it. That's why this movie's trash. They call his Spider-Sense Peter Tingles. Never once in this movie did Spider-Man call it Spider-Sense. At the end of the movie, when he gets into a fight with Mysterio, he calls it Peter Tingles.
What? What the fuck?
His Peter Tingles. What kind of kiddie, corny, trash, garbage stuff am I watching? He called his Spider-Sense Peter Tingles. Peter Tingles. I'm trying to understand. He called it Peter Tingles. When I say Tom Holland is a trash Spider-Man, he's trash. What the hell are Peter Tingles? It's called Spider Sense. How did he not have it in Homecoming, but he has it in Civil War and Far From Home? No, not Far From Home, but Infinity War and Endgame. This movie makes no damn sense. Alright, let's try to understand this. Let's get in more deeper into the movie. So, Peter Parker, when he fought the water elemental, didn't have his suit. So he was fighting this creature with no mask or shirt or pants. So he's fighting this person, this water creature. And that's why this movie is also dumb. You have a dude that shoots webs fighting a water creature. His webs are going to dissolve as soon as it hits the water.
Fuck out of here, boy. Get that weak shit out of here. Stuff occurred my ass, nigga. Get the fuck out of here, man. Your legs ain't do shit, man.
It doesn't take a genius to know that. This is not the kind of villain that he can fight. So, I'm trying to understand. Did Peter Parker smart? He seemed stupid to me. I'm gonna shoot webs at a fire monster. Huh. Dummy, your webs are going to dissolve and freaking disintegrate as soon as it hits the fire.
They were born in stable orbits within black holes. Creatures formed from the primary elements: air, water, fire, earth. The science division had a technical name. We just called them elementals.
So he's running around helping people with no mask on. And nobody is going like, oh my gosh, it's Spider-Man! He was jumping. Well, he was running around superhuman. He wasn't particularly web slinging yet, but he was walking on sticks and platforms doing flips and acrobatic stuff in front of a bunch of people. And everybody just didn't mind it. They were just running. They didn't mind it. People should have been like, oh my gosh, what the freak? Dude, I saw you freaking jumping on. You was fighting a water monster, dude. I recorded you, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. I recorded you. And let's not act like nobody would record. We live in a generation where people will record two people getting into a fight. So it don't even matter. Somebody would have recorded that incident regardless. Alright, cool. Okay. So, after this, a little bit after this, we find out Nick Fury was actually working in order to get Nick Fury's a Skrull in this movie. So Talos, you remember Talos from Captain Marvel? He was Nick Fury the whole time in this movie. So Nick Fury wasn't even Nick Fury in this movie. So that's trash. So basically, Nick Fury, Talos the Skrull, was trying to recruit Spider-Man. He was trying to recruit Spider-Man. Alright, so y'all remember the scene in the trailer when he shot Ned in the neck? Okay, this is how I knew something was wrong with this Nick Fury, because this was the dumbest Nick Fury I've seen in my life. And this is how Spider-Man was dumb too. So Nick Fury and Spider-Man are talking to each other. You know, secret agent stuff. Nick Fury's the director of S.H.I.E.L.D., secret guy. So he's trying to talk to Spider-Man and tell him, I need your help, kid, blah, blah, blah. You're going to help me, yada, yada, yada. Get your suit up and stuff. People kept on coming into the door and interrupting, right? So they're talking. And they're talking with the door wide open.
So nice to finally meet you,
Spider-Man.
You're Nick Fury.
You're a secret agent. Aren't you trying to give him intel and stuff? Why is the door open? And you're trying to give him secret intel. Aren't you a secret agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Aren't you an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., the director of S.H.I.E.L.D., Nick Fury? But that's how you know this ain't even Nick Fury. It's Talos the Skrull. This movie is so bad. They're trying to make me believe this is Nick Fury. It's stupid. He's not doing Nick Fury stuff. He was a Skrull the whole time. So I'm watching this movie, and I'm trying to just bear with the logic. Later in the movie, you meet Beck. Quentin Beck, Mysterio. This is where everything gets full retard, bro. So you're telling me, Nick Fury, Talos the Skrull, Maria Hill, everybody else in that S.H.I.E.L.D. room, they all of them was probably Skrulls at this point. They was all Skrulls at this point. So you're telling me these advanced aliens, Skrulls, were fooled by a guy who used to work for Tony Stark. So get this. Mysterio in this movie used to work for Tony Stark. Quentin Beck, Mysterio used to work for Tony Stark. A great way to link Iron Man. And you guys, you know how Mysterio does illusions? So Mysterio had people working for him that worked for Iron Man in other movies. And you're telling me this is a Spider-Man movie? His main villain is linked all the way back to Iron Man. Okay, whatever. We're gonna get to the kicker of this movie. All these people that are working with Mysterio used to work for Iron Man, Tony Stark, at his company. You're telling me this is a Spider-Man movie? It seems like an Iron Man movie, but Spider-Man is doing Iron Man's work. Okay, alright. I'm just trying to bear through with this movie, bro. I'm trying to bear through with this movie. I'm trying to, understand it. So, Nick Fury, Talos the Skrull. Alright, and even Spider-Man said what I said. Why aren't you asking Thor? Why aren't you asking Doctor Strange? Why aren't you asking Falcon? Why aren't you asking Hawkeye? Why aren't you asking Scarlet Witch? Why aren't you asking Captain Marvel? Why? Why Spider-Man? Because Spider-Man is the only Avenger that can help. They needed Spider-Man's help to deal with a threat coming from the multiverse. But that was all a lie because Mysterio lied about it. This is why it doesn't make sense. Talos, a advanced alien civilization, got fooled by a human. Let that sink in. An advanced civilization, Skrulls, Nick Fury was a Skrull the whole time in this movie, was fooled by aliens. No. The aliens were fooled by a mere human. Advanced creatures too. The Skrulls. No. The same people who infiltrate governments to establish power. Okay. So later we get into the movie. You got Spider-Man fighting these elementals with Mysterio, who he thinks the elementals the whole time are illusions. They are holograms through these drones. They're holograms through drones, and they're battling them. They go to Paris, Italy. He fights the water elemental. Prague, the Czech Republic. He fights the fire elemental. Now, whole Quentin Beck and Mysterio's thing was he lied to him, basically told him that, on my Earth, these elementals destroyed my world, and they broke into your world, and I'm here to come stop them. Okay, then how did you survive if your whole world was destroyed? How did you survive? The stupidity of this film. None of this makes sense. Any normal person can make sense of this. So how did you survive? Okay. So the whole multiverse stuff was a lie. It was a lie. Because it doesn't make any sense. Now, let's talk about the cast of the characters. Spider-Man's friends. And it's one scene that really irked me. So you had Betty Brant, who was dating Ned in this movie. She got rid of Ned from Spider-Man, so that was good. Then you have this kid named Billy. So Billy, during this moment, y'all remember when Spider-Man gets his stealth suit, the Gimp suit, his bondage suit, where he goes to his bondage parties at? The Gimp suit. So he gets this suit. One of Nick Fury's little workers build him a stealth suit because Spider-Man can't be seen in London because then his friends will put two and two together. Oh man, you was at the Washington Monument. Well, Spider-Man, when you left, Spider-Man showed up, so they'll put two and two together because this dude is terrible at keeping his identity. Spider-Man: Homecoming is proof of that.
What the f***?
So I'm watching this movie. I'm trying to understand, trying to follow. In this movie, there was a scene where the lady asked Tom Holland Spider-Man to undress so he can test the stealth suit. He felt awkward, he was moving slow, very quirky, like, oh my gosh, you're asking me to undress. Okay. He was undressing. And like I say, nobody locks or closed doors. What is people in this movie stupid? Who writes this? So Billy just walks into the room, and are these secret agents or not? What's wrong with this? These scrolls are stupid, bruh. These are advanced civilizations, and they don't know how to close doors when talking to people and giving them intel. This is stupid, bro. So Billy just walked in, saw them, and Billy wanted to get dirt on Peter to expose to MJ so he can turn Peter into a weirdo. So MJ's like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be with you. I would just want to be with Billy so Billy can move in on her. So she takes a picture. He takes a picture of her. He takes a picture of the girl and him. He's trying to pull down his pants and get the clothes on, but she caught him. The way she caught him, the way Billy caught Peter, it seemed like they was about to do something, do the nasty, right? Do nasty. So he gets the picture. Right after that, in the movie earlier, Nick Fury Talos gives Peter these glasses. He gives him these glasses. They're from Tony Stark. And this whole part was already dumb. Why would Tony trust Spider-Man he's 17. He gave him access to a satellite with drones that kill people in it. He gave him access to a satellite in space with drones that will kill people. He gave a little boy, 17, couldn't even wait until he was an adult, access to a drone, to a satellite that unleashes drones that shoot guns.
You're a poopy head. When we spell it out, you're a poopy...
The Edith Project. The Edith Initiative. The Edith Plan. Okay. I'll try to bear with it. So in this movie, they're going to Prague, the Czech Republic. To go, so Spider-Man, and the way Nick Fury Talos has it worked out is that he was able to get one of his men to escort the class to these different locations. And the teacher's already done, because I'm like, these dudes just rerouted your trip so much. Are y'all not suspicious of anything going on here? Okay, you gotta suspend your disbelief for a while, because it's stupid. So Spider-Man needs to keep this drone. So what happened was, Peter, with these glasses that Tony gave him, like in the trailer, these glasses, he's able to see, people, what they're texting. He's able to identify people's names. He's able to identify people. Through these glasses, give them a full profile on people, different people. He's able to see their messages and stuff. So what Peter needs to do is, in order from Billy to not send that message to MJ to show MJ the picture of him with the girl trying to put his clothes on, but he's actually trying to get his stealth suit on to try it on. He accidentally unleashed one of these drones on Billy by accident. Okay. I'm cool. Now Spider-Man needs to destroy the drone. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. So a drone starts shooting at... No, the drone doesn't start shooting at them. Spider-Man, being his quirky little self, needs to distract everybody. So he shoots the steering wheel with his webs, makes the wheel turn, almost knocking everybody off the cliff. Everybody falls over. Oh my gosh, what's going on? And then everybody gets up and they're all, worried. So this is what Spider-Man said to distract him, so he can jump up out of the little sunroof and shoot the drone and fall back down without anybody noticing. After these people almost died in a near-death situation, they almost ran off a cliff. he tells him, "Oh my gosh, it's goats!" And all these idiots look. They all look. He has a split second to jump up in the air. He's in the bus. He's in the bus. There's a sunroof in the bus. It's open. Everybody is looking at him. And they're like, "Oh my gosh, what's going on? Oh my god, we almost died." Spider-Man tells them, "Oh my gosh, look, it's a goat." Like a little comedy stuff. And then they look like, "Oh my gosh, it's a goat. Didn't we almost just die? Oh my gosh, it's goats." They look at the goats. Spider-Man in a split second jumps up, webs up the drone, and then falls back down. And nobody saw it. Nobody saw it. Nobody saw that. Let's get to the whole situation with the glasses. So these glasses have access to these drones that was created by Mysterio, who is Quentin Beck. Quentin Beck used to work for Tony Stark at his company. Was fired, radical stuff. And a bunch of people who used to work for Stark Industries, dating back to Iron Man 1 to now, came back and they want to seek revenge. The Edith, the people feel so entitled that the Edith, the glasses, should go to them. The glasses, the control of the drones and stuff should go to them. And Mysterio wants to be the next Iron Man. He wants to be better than Iron Man. He wants to be seen as a hero. But he's willing to have lives lost in order to make it happen. So he wants to stage attacks and make it seem as though he's the hero, like he would in the comics. Okay, cool. So, after fighting the fire elemental, Nick Fury Talos comes up to Peter and belittles him, talking about, "Oh my gosh, you almost sent a drone to kill your friend. You're slacking. You're more worried about vacation, yada yada yada. I need you to step up to be a hero, and you're not doing that." Okay, cool. So I'm watching. I'm trying to understand. Mysterio tells Peter, "Hey, let's go out and have some drinks. Let's calm me down, kid." We get to the real retarded part of this movie. Spider-Man is talking to Mysterio. Now Mysterio, he's trying to trick Peter, but he's not being straightforward. And this is how bad this Spider-Man is. He's so careless, he dropped these glasses. So he dropped his glasses on the ground. Some random civilian from outside had to bring the glasses back to him. And let me tell you, these glasses control a satellite with drones inside them that kill people in space. And he just dropped them on the floor and he's just losing them willy-nilly. So he loses them, brings them, Beck is just talking to him. He's like, "Hey man, try those glasses on. I want to see them." And he tries them on. Beck has not asked, period, "Hey, can I try on the glasses?" Peter is insisting, "Hey, try these glasses on. Try these glasses on. They look good on you." And then Peter looked at him like, "Hey, that's a good look on you." Then Peter, after what Nick Fury was telling him, he really felt like, "Hey, I don't deserve these glasses. They deserve to go to someone else." So he thought of this whole stupid thing in his head. Oh my gosh. So basically, Tony Stark trusted me with these glasses, so because they're not ready for me. I'm the one who gets to pick who these glasses go to. Those glasses are for you, idiot. Okay. Let's try to understand this. He gave some random glasses to a guy he just met for 2 days. He gave Tony Stark's tech to a random person that came from a different multiverse, supposedly. He doesn't know yet who he is. Mysterio didn't even ask for the glasses. Spider-Man gave it to him. He gave it to him. He said, "Here." He gave it to him. Now, this is the moment where I was done. This Spider-Man is stupid. This is the dumbest I've seen Peter Parker ever. He was stupid. Why would you give Tony Stark... He didn't even talk to Happy about this. He just gave him the glasses. You only knew this man for a couple of days. You're giving him Tony Stark... This Spider-Man is stupid. El Stupido. Stupid. All right, let's try to continue. What else? What else is there trash this movie about? We already talked about the Peter Tinkles thing. So we know Nick Fury is a Skrull in this movie. They don't reveal this until the end credits scene. Okay. So there's a point in this movie where Spider-Man finds out, you know, who Quentin Beck is and all that. Okay, cool. Spider-Man ends up getting his identity. No, he revealed his identity to Michelle. Now, in this movie, Michelle was suspicious of Spider-Man. She was suspicious. She was suspicious that Peter was Spider-Man. Now, she revealed that she really was not sure that he was Spider-Man. She was just suspicious that he was Spider-Man. So basically, when she put two and two together, she had a device from the battle that she saw Spider-Man in. And that's why he's wearing a stealth suit to pretend like, oh, he's not Spider-Man in London. He didn't want the public putting two and two together. So, Michelle basically took one of the devices that Mysterio was using, had it in her backpack, had Spider-Man's webs attached to it. She takes it, has it in her backpack, she's carrying it with her, and then when Peter is about to reveal something to her, he wants to give something to her, she's like, oh my gosh, you're Spider-Man. And Peter's like, what the heck? No, I'm not I'm not Spider-Man. What you talking about? He's like, you're Spider-Man. Peter, Washington Monument, you left and Spider-Man showed up. He's trying to put two and two together. So we come to find out the little projector that Mysterio was using to project the elementals falls out, and it turns on and it activates, and it ends up showing ends up showing the fake elementals that he was using, the illusions that he was using to pretend to be a hero to make himself look better than Iron Man. Mysterio's goal in this movie is to be better than Iron Man. Like I say, this movie's not a Spider-Man movie. It all gets linked back to Iron Man. Everything is about Iron Man, Iron Man, Iron Man, Iron Man. This is not a Spider-Man movie. This is an Iron Man movie with Spider-Man doing Iron Man's dirty work. So basically, he just straight up reveals it because he can't hide it no more. He says, "Oh my gosh, Michelle, I'm Spider-Man." And she's like, "What? I mean, I was only like 69.7% sure, but okay." And he's like, "All right, we gotta go. I need to warn Nick Fury." They all go back. Ned walks in on... Peter's in the room with MJ talking to her, explaining things like, oh my gosh, I did this, I did that, I gave him the glasses when I shouldn't have done that. He even said what he did was a dumb mistake. That was more than dumb. That was retarded. That was more than dumb. That was just retarded, bro. That was like, why would you give him the glasses?
Go crazy! Ah! Go stupid! Ah! Go crazy!
That decision making made no sense at all. Okay. So he's talking to MJ. Ned walks in, and whoop-de-freaking-do. He's changing his clothes, and the door is wide open, and Ned knows his identity and is trying to keep it a secret, but he has the door wide open. Why don't you close the door so he can change his clothes before somebody walks in there, you idiot? What's the problem with the Spider-Man in that he can't close doors? Is this a running gag? Because the same thing happened in Homecoming twice. What happened in Homecoming? Oh, Aunt May let Ned inside Peter's room. What kind of stupid caretaker lets that's like my mom letting my friend in my house in the house and sit in my room until I get home, and I'm not even and I won't be home for about 2 to 3 hours. And then my mom just says, "Oh, you can sit in your friend's room, you know, just do whatever. He trusts you." Well, what if he steals something from my house? She just lets Ned into the house and he gets to sit in there. What if Ned steals something? Okay. That was dumb. Stupid. Very dumb. So Ned is holding the door wide open. They're all having an exchange back and forth. "Oh my gosh, I know he's Spider-Man now. Blah, 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 blah." And then Peter asks Ned, "Oh, can you make up an excuse? Tell the class I'm going to Berlin with my family or something." I'm like, your teacher's not going to ride for that. He's going to be like, "Where's Peter at?" Whatever. But somehow the teachers just don't care. They're just like, "Okay, fine."
Oh my God!
So Peter needs to go to Berlin to go warn Nick Fury Talos. Spider-Man does not know Talos is a Skrull yet. He doesn't know Nick Fury's a Skrull. He goes to warn him, but then we come to find out the random place Nick Fury picks him up at, it wasn't Nick Fury, it was Mysterio the whole time, to turn Nick Fury into an illusion to trick Spider-Man into letting him know. So basically, Mysterio wants to kill all the loose ends. He wants to kill MJ because MJ knows about the drone, and if MJ is alive and she's not dead, she's going to expose him, and he needs to kill Ned too. Nobody knows that Nick Fury's a Skrull in this movie until the end credit scene. Maria Hill, she's a Skrull too. And then we come to find out in this film, he just wants to kill all the loose ends. And then kill Spider-Man too. So he can be seen as a hero and be seen as the new Tony Stark. So all this stuff is going on. And I'm like, wait a minute. How is Spider-Man the only Avenger, but Scarlet Witch exists? She's an Avenger. Falcon is a Avenger. Bucky is a Avenger at this point. Hulk is a Avenger with his retarded messed up arm. His pitching arm is all messed up. I don't know why he can't heal it. I thought he had a healing factor. Shouts out to Russo Brothers for ruining the Hulk. And the writers of Infinity War and Endgame for ruining the Hulk. The Russo Brothers and the writers of Infinity War ruined Hulk and Thor. In Endgame, they all ruined these characters. Okay, I guess Spider-Man's the only... This is why this movie doesn't make sense. He's the only Avenger they can ask for help from? He's the only Avenger? He's not even an Avenger. He fought one villain. The Vulture. And he's an Avenger? End of the film. Spider-Man needs to get back the glasses because Mysterio has it now. He wants to unleash... Mysterio basically is using these drones. These drones are able to cast illusions. Fake illusions. And he's using some other technology from the other people that used to work for Tony because they want to get back at Tony and, his reputation. Tony's reputation. And they want to basically make Mysterio the hero. And they're able to make the illusions seem real. They're destroying stuff. A bunch of other things. Creating electric storms and whatnot. Whatever. So that's why he wants to get so many of the drones. Because the drones are able to create illusions. Okay. So Spider-Man has to... No. Okay, we got to go back to the part when Spider-Man... Right before this where Spider-Man was tricked and thought Nick Fury was Nick Fury when it was actually Mysterio in disguise. So they get into a scuffle. Mysterio puts Spider-Man into a illusion world, and he battles him. He tries to get at his head, talking about, "Oh my gosh, you're the reason Tony's dead. Blah blah blah. You're a failure. I'm gonna kill your girlfriend. You can't save anybody. Blah blah blah." Trying to get into his head. So the scene was going very good, up until I saw the dumbest thing I've seen ever. The dumbest scene ever. And people say this movie is better than Spider-Man 2. You are lying. He got hit by a bullet train. If y'all don't know what bullet trains are trains that move very fast, primarily in Japan. They're in Japan. The Japanese really got a hold on bullet trains. They move faster than any normal train. They move fast. Faster than a speeding bullet. Hence why it's Bullet Train. So, let me give you a basic rundown. Spider-Man was getting tricked by illusion, and Mysterio was able to make him walk onto a train track. And Spider-Man doesn't know he stepped onto a train track yet. A bullet train is coming. Spider-Man is standing straight up looking at Mysterio, talking to him. Like, blah, 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 blah. You liar, blah, blah, blah. Mysterio's like, ha, ha, I'm gonna go kill your friends and stuff. Boom. This is a bullet train right here. Spider-Man is standing up. The bullet train hits him head on. And it takes him away. This is the front of the bullet train. This is Spider-Man. The bullet train is going very fast. He doesn't know the bullet train is coming. He couldn't prepare for it. It hits him. It takes him away. Now, from what I'm thinking, wait a minute. He's not dead because the movie still isn't. Oh my gosh. He survived that. He survived getting hit by a bullet train. And you guess what? He got away with a bloody nose and a very small, tiny wound in his back that could get stitched up. His legs should have been broken. His arms should have been broken. Spider-Man cannot survive getting hit by a bullet train that he cannot anticipate. He got hit by a bullet train. He should have instantly fell under the train and got mashed up and turned into ground beef. Shouts out to this movie's logic, bruh. This writing in this movie is trash. This writing in this movie is trash. What else, man? Final fight was okay. The villains they set up with, this is why this movie's trash, because the villain is not throwing hands with Spider-Man. They're not showing Spider-Man good. They have Spider-Man in the first movie going against somebody who's flying. Put him against somebody who is close to his level where he can go pop, pop. Now we gotta go shoot webs. I seen him shoot more webs in this movie than actually use his fists. He barely used his fists in this movie. He wasn't doing kicks. He wasn't doing any type parkour battling villains. Because his villain is Mysterio, who flies and he uses illusions. So you can't go head up with this dude. He's going to throw projectiles at you. Then he's fighting Vulture, who flies. He can't go hand to hand with him. He needs to use he needs to trap him. He needs to web up his wings. He needs to keep him from moving. And if he can get him grounded, then he can go pop, 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 pop. There was only one moment in this movie when he went ham and used his hands. He used them on drones. Drones. There was a moment where he was almost tight. He had a Fury and he had a Blitz mode, and he was destroying drones. He wasn't fighting a barrage of, villains like people with walking legs and stuff. Nah. He was going ham on some drones. Let's just continue. So you have some other dumb stuff in this fight. So Quentin Beck has over probably 100 drones. He has over 100 drones. And he's trying to kill Spider-Man. This villain is stupid. This dude is almost as dumb as Thanos. He's sending only 30 drones to shoot at him. Why don't you make all 100 drones shoot at him at once? Stupid. Why are you sending only 30 drones to shoot? All the drones are on one spot. Spider-Man is in one spot on this bridge. Why don't you send all 100 more, all the drones and focus fire on him? Stupid. Now, maybe if he had 5 drones and didn't have any more than 5, makes sense. He had 100 drones and lost to Spider-Man. These drones that shoot bullets and guns, he lost. They shoot missiles too, and he lost. You have Spider-Man fighting people who is made of fire. As soon as his webs hit the fire, they dissolve. As soon as he was fighting the water elemental, the water made his webs dissolve. Look, I'm not Spider-Man, but I know for a fact if I had webs and I tried to shoot them at fire, they're not going to work. I'm just trying to make things. Okay. This villain, Mysterio, it was cool when he was faking being a villain. That was cool. It got ridiculous and corny when they showed me how his plan was working. He was wearing a mocap suit and he was filming his fake, he was filming how he would fight the villains, his own villains that he manipulates. There was a scene where this girl's where he's in the heat of the final battle, and I expect seriousness. This girl's over here like, oh my gosh, I'm still earning the cape. Do you want the suit? And he was like, nah, you gotta earn the cape. It needs to be crisp. And this is in the final battle, and they're talking about this kiddie Spider-Man movie, bro. He hasn't grown. He hasn't. Because the movie makes no sense. This movie makes no sense. It makes no sense in the MCU timeline. Then we'll get to the post-credit scene. But let me tell you how this movie makes no sense. Civil War was a movie where he needed... He was rookie. And he needed to get a suit to validate... He needed to have the suit taken away in order to validate why he's Spider-Man. Okay, cool. Now, let's start from Civil War. Civil War, Spider-Man was tight. After that, he was trash to me. So 6 months, Civil War happened 6 months after Spider-Man became Spider-Man. After Civil War, it was a couple of days after, 2 to 3 days after, and you have Spider-Man Homecoming, the movie. Spider-Man Homecoming, he goes to the stuff of being a rookie, self-doubt, being very, very anxious to do things, not really taking the things into account. But Spider-Man Homecoming was stupid anyways. The whole movie's logic is dumb because Iron Man sent the FBI to go fight a person who has alien tech when the FBI is not capable to fight people with alien tech. That's Iron Man's job. And Iron Man doesn't go to take care of it. Stupid Iron Man. That's why I never liked Tony Stark. Trash. His plans make no sense. He's the same dude that made Ultron. So it makes sense that the idiot would send the FBI to go fight a dude with alien tech. Makes sense. That's why Tony Stark is dead. That crisp arm. So, I'm watching this movie, right? And we get to Homecoming. Homecoming is 2 years before Infinity War. Infinity War takes place 2 years after Homecoming. In Homecoming, Spider-Man is 15. Infinity War, he's 17. So 2 years. He had 2 years of experience. So he should have been 10 times better. He had 2 years to become better. People, you cannot keep using the excuse, he's still a kid. Stop that. Stop it. Stop it. He can't be a kid forever. He needs to kill it at one point. He needs to move up. He didn't do the same thing because he's back to Homecoming in this movie. You're telling me you go into space and fight Thanos, and you pretty much prove to me at that point that you're a hero. You took your kiddie self, hopped on a spaceship to go save a wizard who has the time stone, the Sorcerer Supreme, Doctor Strange. You jump on a spaceship to go save him. You almost risk dying from leaving the Earth's atmosphere to go save this wizard. Okay, cool. You go to space, and you go to space to help the Avengers fight Thanos. You punch Thanos in the face, and you kick him in the face. Pretty brave. This is the same person who punched and kicked Thanos in the face and survived getting body slammed by Thanos when he should have died. That's why the power scaling in Infinity War is retarded. Super dumb. Thanos, with full force, body slammed Spider-Man, and Spider-Man's bones didn't shatter or nothing. When Spider-Man should have instantly had his back broken and died. When Thanos body slammed him with all of his weight and force onto the ground and called him an insect. Peter Parker, this whole movie, is focused on vacation more than being a hero, bro. What the freak am I watching? I'm watching Oh my gosh, this is the real kicker. He didn't even build his own suit. You want to know who built his suit? You know Iron Man's little robotic arms that usually build his suits? You know how Iron Man makes robotic arms to build his suits? Guess who built his suit? Iron Man's tech built his suit. So technically, Iron Man built his suit for him again. Iron Man built the tech. Iron Man built the ship. Iron Man built his suit again, even in death. Even in death, Iron Man built his suit. Because he was not personally putting a suit together. The robotic arms was doing all the work. So you're telling me, you're Spider-Man, you're smart, and you cannot build your own suit from scratch. Iron Man's tech built his suit. This is why Spider-Man PS4 is a blessing. He builds his own tech. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let's get to this post-credit scene. And what I feared they was going to do. And my fears for the future. So basically, Mysterio recorded some footage before he was going to die. He wanted to try and paint Spider-Man in a bad light. J. Jonah Jameson shows up in this post-credit scene. And Spider-Man basically gets his identity exposed to the world. Mysterio, someone gave footage to the Daily Bugle, and they leaked Mysterio revealing that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and they just end it there, and everybody finds out. So now the world knows Peter Parker is Spider-Man. You wanna know what this reminds me of? The Civil War comic where Spider-Man got his identity outed. A bunch of villains came to his house, and guess what happened to Spider-Man? He died. He died. Because people found out that where Spider-Man was at. And later you got the Miles Morales to take over from that. But Spider-Man died in the Ultimate Comics. When the Civil War came up, his identity got exposed. And the whole Civil War situation was going on. He tried to go save his family from the Goblin and stuff and a bunch of Sinister Six enemies. And they tried to come pull up Spider-Man. He had a bullet wound. And then he had to save his family from villains because these villains know his identity. So they want to go and test Spider-Man's gangster. So they go to do it in the comic, not the movie. And Spider-Man ends up dying protecting his family. Why do I get the feeling they're going to try and do that in a sequel? When he ends up getting another villain. And I don't like that they revealed his identity. Now he's just like another generic MCU hero. Spider-Man has a secret identity, bro. Sony and Marvel Studios is effing up with Spider-Man, bro. They can't get it right. They can't get it right. You revealed his identity to the world. What kind of decision is that? And you make him so dumb that he is barely good at hiding his identity. Because his friends all found out. Ned found out easily. Ned didn't even have to try. Ned wasn't even seeking to find out who Spider-Man was. Spider-Man crawled into a window, didn't know Ned was in the room, and jumped down and, Ned finds out. Aunt May walks into Peter's room, and Peter is in his room, doesn't even lock his door to change his clothes. He's changing his clothes, he takes off his mask, and he doesn't even close his door. What kind of idiot Spider-Man is this, bro? He was an idiot this whole movie. So, alright. So basically, this Spider-Man got his identity exposed. What I fear is Sony's gearing up after Tom's last appearance in his next film. This is his 5th appearance. So he showed up in Civil War, Homecoming, Infinity War, Endgame, Far From Home. He has one more. He is contracted for 6 movies. So he has one more. Sony, once MCU's done, or Sony might be like, hey, let's reestablish a contract and let's have him continue. I feel like Sony's going to pull a multiverse situation like they did with Miles in the comics. Try to have Peter Parker die and they make a new Peter Parker and do their own cinematic universe since they got Venom pop in that trash movie. They got Venom going. They want to start their own multiverse, their own universe. They got the Spider-Verse thing going so they can do it. And they might be trying to seek to take back Spider-Man. I don't even want Sony to have Spider-Man. Even though they gave us the best Spider-Man movies, this best trilogy, the Sam Raimi trilogy, Spider-Man, solid. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man movies are all still better than these new Spider-Man movies. It's better than Andrew's and Tom's. One more thing. Aunt May is trash. She was nothing in this movie besides booty. She was literally booty in this movie. She was booty meat. She was chunks of booty meat that was cute, bro. Marissa Tomei, you was sexy. But she was not Aunt May, bro. Wonder what made Aunt May special in the Raimi trilogy? Even though Ben Parker was gone, Peter Parker was able to go to Aunt May to seek wisdom and counseling. And some, you know, seek counseling to Aunt May. Because Uncle Ben's gone, so his next best thing to seek encouragement and counseling from, and wisdom from, is Aunt May. That's what made Aunt May special. What made Aunt May special was they showed the fact that Aunt May was able to move on from Ben's death faster than Peter, and she moved on. She got moved out of that house in the Raimi trilogy, and then she moved on to a new home, showing Peter that she was able to move on. And Peter had trouble moving on in the original trilogy of the Raimi trilogy because he loved Ben so much. Because when he heard that Sandman was back, he was like, you know what? He didn't want to move on. He wanted to go get Sandman and lock him up. He wanted to go get Sandman. He couldn't move on. But Aunt May was that person that was able to move on and stay strong for Peter. And Peter was able to get stronger based off of that. In this movie, she ain't said nothing wise to him in this movie. They barely talk to each other in this movie. The other thing wrong with this movie, you set the movie in another. You set the movie overseas. Can you put the movie in New York? Man, I'm done with this movie. I'm done with Tom Holland as Spider-Man. Alright, you guys, I'm about to go ahead and end this video. Go to that peace, love, positive, and all that jazz. Spider-Man Far From Home was a D, pure garbage, boring shit. You guys, go to that peace, love, positive, all the time. Don't do drugs. Deuces.
What did it cost?
Everything.